Hi, I'm Mike Schwarz, Managing Director of iTech Minerals. So as we kick off our drilling program up there in the Reynolds Range at the Northern Territory, I've had a few questions from iTech investors asking for a bit more detail about the drilling program. So yeah, I wanted to do an Ask iTech, drilling down on why we're drilling where we're drilling. In general, the area that we're focusing on drilling is going to be roughly a 10 kilometre section of that Stafford Gold Trend, which extends for over 60 kilometres through our Reynolds Range tenements. But there's a 10 kilometre section where we have the most enriched antimony that goes along with the gold that we're interested in. So overall, we're drilling 12 holes across about 10 kilometres. And 4 prospects, and we'll probably drill anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 metres of RC drilling. But what I'd like to do now is drill down in on each individual prospect and give you some reasoning about why we've placed the drill holes where we have. So zooming in on the Sabre prospect. What we're targeting our drill holes at Sabre to test is beneath the high-grade rock chips up to 30% antimony and 24 grams per tonne gold. So there's a nice high-grade vein system that runs through the Sabre prospect that has been poorly tested by historical drilling. There were some drill holes that went close to that zone and they got up to 9 metres at 1.7% antimony and 3.75 grams per tonne gold. So we know on the periphery of that vein system there are quite good grades of gold and antimony, but they haven't intersected that high-grade vein system we've identified in outcrop. So we'll be drilling 4 holes there, up to just over 100 metres deep each, and they will be testing along that 300 metre zone where we've identified those high-grade antimony and gold rock chips. So Falchion is also an antimony and gold prospect, and it's about 1.5 kilometres to the northwest of Sabre. At Falchion, there's a zone that has been historically defined by drilling of gold mineralisation, which extends for about 400 metres. And within that, we've now identified a zone of high-grade antimony mineralisation, up to 16% antimony in rock chips and 5 grams per tonne gold in those same rock chips. So that elevated antimony in rock chips, we've noticed from surface, occurs over a decent 300 metre section. So we're putting 4 drill holes along that 300 metre section. There has been some historical drilling done there, and not much of it has been assayed for antimony, but where it has, there was one drill hole that got 22 metres at 2.2 grams per tonne gold and 2.3% in antimony. But we believe that drill hole was collared right on top of the high-grade vein system, so it didn't intersect the full vein system. So our drill holes will step back a bit and we'll drill through that high-grade vein system to get the full width of it. So now I'd like to focus in on the Lander prospect. The Lander prospect is still a very early stage prospect. There's been some ramp drilling done there and not much else, but it is probably the region that has the highest soil anomalism for antimony in particular. And we've got rock chips that have up to 1.1% antimony in them, but really there's really not been much rock sampling or drill testing within this prospect at all. So we're going to put a couple of drill holes, 2 drill holes, directly under where we've got those rock chips. So just testing if those vein systems we're seeing at surface have some depth extent within drilling. So now the final prospect, the 4th one, is a little bit different. It is quite a bit further to the south and to the east, and that's the Pine Hill Gold Prospect. So we're quite encouraged by the Pine Hill Gold Prospect. It drew our attention because there's some nice high-grade rock chips that we've taken there, up to 55 grams per tonne gold. There were 4 RC drill holes that were drilled through it, but they didn't drill deep enough to test the main quartz vein system that has been worked in historical workings within that area. So we think that main vein system remains untested. And the reason that we like Pine Hill is that it is also has a very large IP anomaly. It goes for well over a couple of kilometres. So if we can get some nice gold drill intercepts at Pine Hill right near the main workings, then it really opens up that whole target to be a really nice gold exploration target. So we'll be drilling 2 holes there, and that will be the final 2 of the 12 drill holes that we're drilling in this program. So hopefully that gives you a bit more detail on the drilling program. So thanks a lot for listening, and stay tuned for more updates coming soon.